Thank you again for coming. It's great to have you all here. We appreciate your support of this project and this true community project. When you look around you and you look at everybody in the audience right now and all of our guests behind me and down on the track surface, this is a culmination of a lot of hard work and a community coming together. So with that, I want to kick it off to Ron Justice, the president of the Mylan Park Foundation, to really start welcoming in this facility. So thank you, Ron.
Thank you. I'm going to be very brief, but we want to first welcome all of you all to this event today. It's very special. It's been about 4 years in the making. This project could not have happened without true community partnerships. And quite frankly, you're going to hear from a lot of those community partners. But if we started thanking everyone right now, we would have to thank every one of you. We'd be here a lot longer than we need to be today. But we do appreciate all the support that we've had from our community partners. This is a very special day for Mylan Park. It's a very special day for our community. And this project would not have happened had we all not put hands together and said we want to make something very special for our community. And when we did this, we looked at it from a very comprehensive standpoint, that we want our school children to have the best opportunity when it comes to these competitive sports. We want our community to have the best opportunity with wellness. Just as important as it will be to host a Big 12 meet here or a state high school meet, we want to host the Special Olympic Games here, which was very important in our planning. So our partners have really come together to make this day happen. And to start the project, and the first person I want to introduce to you, and quite frankly, they have been a great community partner for so many years, and I want Steve Farmer to come forward from the Hazel Ruby McQuain Charitable Trust, because had it not been for them and their vision and generosity to this project, it would not have happened. So Steve, if you would come forward and say a few words.
Good morning. When I look around the facility and all that's been done up here, one word comes to my mind as a kid that grew up in Morgantown, and that word is cinders. And those of you that grew up in Morgantown in an era when the track at Morgantown High was the only non-university owned regulation track in Morgantown, you will remember that the surface, for some reason, some grown-ups thought it was a good idea to have a surface of cinders. And when I say cinders, I mean little black volcano cinders, rocks. And so those of us that were trying to further our athletics would run on these cinders. And of course, when you run track, you fall. And so most of the children in the city of Morgantown had what today would be probably called a cinder tattoo. You had pieces of cinder in your skin that worked their way out after. And you'd walk around Morgantown High School and everybody had cinders in their skin. I mean, that's just kind of the deal. I guess that's why they always thought that kids from First Ward were thick-skinned. But we have come a long, long, long way. And I'd like to just share a couple thoughts. The first is, we as West Virginians are unusually humble. And that's a real grace that we have. And it's a very, I think, a positive part of our culture. But it also is an enemy in that sometimes we think that we're only entitled to this, or we're only entitled to that. We're humble. We don't advocate for ourselves. This facility, this community facility, when you combine it with the aquatic facility, will literally be in the top 5 east of the Mississippi River in America. And so not only is it important that our citizens use it get the benefit from it. But I would also like for our humble culture to embrace it and understand that we can have the best and that we insist on the best. And that's one of the reasons that the Hazel Ruby McQuain Trust made the largest single gift that it's ever made to this project, which was $15 million. And the other thing I'd like to say is really sort of a simple notion, and that is the health and wellness, which is really the backbone of this project. But the health and wellness of a community is dependent on the health and wellness of the community. And by that, I mean, for all these young people to enjoy health and wellness and to be with one another in the endeavors that are important in competition, in getting ahead in life, it is important that the community leaders, in the structure in which they lead, that it's a healthy and wellness structure, that we get along with one another, that we embrace each other, that in this time of division and everybody fussing and fighting, we have a higher need and a higher calling, and that is the senior members of our community will provide health and wellness to the younger members and teach them, and it will go on and on. That's what Hazel Ruby McQuain would want everybody to take away from this, in addition to using the facilities themselves. So it's a great day. I thank everybody for being here, and this is a wonderful project. And I now hand you your Director of Athletics of West Virginia University, Shane Lyons.
Thank you. It's a great day to be a Mountaineer.
Is that right?
As Steve and others have said, it's a great day for Mon County. We all have come together to work on this project. As you've heard from others, there's a lot of collaboration among the group to make this a first-class facility, not only for Morgantown, but for the greater area of Morgantown. You know, when I came here 4 years ago as your Director of Athletics, this was just a thought, this was a concept. And there's a lot of people that surrounded tables, talked about this, and one thing that we all agreed upon was if we were going to do it, we were going to do it right. This facility, along with the Aquatic Center, is, as Steve mentioned, one of the state-of-the-art facilities east of the Mississippi. And for those track individuals, you know, it's no longer cinders, as Stephen mentioned, but having a Mondo track surface is one of the state-of-the-art facilities, track surfaces in the country. And that's something that we wanted for our community, is to have the best of the best. So we really have not taken shortcuts in this project and has moved it along in a great fashion. There's a lot of people that I want to thank in this partnership. Obviously, WVU Athletics is a partner in this, but Mylan Park Foundation, Steve and Hazel Ruby McQuain Charitable Trust, the County Commissioners of Mon County, the Greater Morgantown Convention and Visitors Bureau, Mon County Schools, City of Westover, the WVU Board of Governors, WVU Hospitals, and Westridge Development. As you can see, there's a lot of people in this community have come together to make this happen. And as we talked and worked through this, it was a matter of looking at saying what is best for the community and how can we build it and be very proud of it and have our citizens use it. I'm not a track athlete, but track athletes have a love-hate relationship with running, I'm told. You're going to suffer, but you're going to be glad it's over with when you're finished. So that's what we want on this track. Not only do we have a track, we have a 1/3 of a mile walking facility around the track that all citizens of Mon County can use. And also, as Steve mentioned, you know, this will spotlight the sport of track and field and promoting growth among the youth, which will help our local schools and their promoting of the great sport of track and field around Mon County. For WVU Athletics, and Coach Sean Cleary could not be here with us today. He's with our cross-country team in Ames, Iowa. I just hope they perform better in Ames than we did in football a couple weeks ago. But Shelly Ann Gilmore, some track athletes are here. What this does for our track program, be able to host more home events, potentially host Big 12 championships. You know, I can't begin to calculate the added value to our recruiting efforts, and I know that we will be proud to call this place our home. This facility has the capacity, you know, to draw from the local, state, regional events to Morgantown. As I mentioned, things like the Big 12 tournament, the high school state track championships, Special Olympics, just to name a few. And that's our goal, is to bring more and more people to Morgantown, not only to see this facility, but to see the aquatics facility. What that means, it translates, is a lot of people from out of the state that will come here, within the state that will come here, that will stay in our hotels, eat at our restaurants, and help our community thrive from an economic standpoint. Today is a win-win for Mon County, and I can say that WVU Athletics is very proud to be part of it, and thank you all for being here. As I mentioned, it was a collaborative effort, and part of that is with our county commissions, and I'll turn it over to Mr. Tom Bloom.
I'm going to put it down here. I just want you to take a moment before even I say hello and absorb this moment and think of every student who's here or from WVU who has had to run track in Monongalia County and where you ran to even run track. And just think of that and then look at this field. Good morning and welcome. On behalf of the Monongalia County Commission, I want to thank you for coming today. I would like to recognize the other county commissioners, Commissioner Ed Hawkins and Commissioner Sean Sikora. I also want to thank a number I see House of Delegate members, I see several other elected officials here, but I also want to acknowledge we have Kent Leonhardt, the West Virginia Commission of Agriculture. Why I mention him is because we talk about partnerships. Well, within 1 year, you're going to see another building down here that's going to deal with agriculture. Joe Stout was really involved with this, and also with 4-H Extension, and we thank you very much. So we'll go from here to down there next time. Almost 4.5 years ago, I was sitting in Oliver Luck's office discussing the community concerns about the public use of the WVU track and the ability to walk inside the Coliseum. Out of that meeting came an idea to work together to develop new facilities that would benefit both WVU and the community. In August 2014, at one of the first intergovernmental meetings that we call Community Leadership Forums, WVU officials came to us and proposed to the group a concept that could meet all of the community's recreational needs. In the months following, the community engaged in numerous meetings, discussions to move this project out of a concept and into a reality as what you see today. On November 5th, 2015, a press conference was held at the Ruby Community Center to announce the development of the Aquatic and Track Center at Mylan Park. During the next several months, a track subcommittee comprised of coaches from various high schools in Monongalia, Marion, and Preston County met with officials from the WVU Athletic Department to discuss what was needed for WVU, the high schools, the middle schools, and the community. And I do want to thank 3 individuals from the group who were instrumental. WVU track coach Sean Cleary and his staff, he could not be here. Coach Steve Blinko from Morgantown High School and his staff, and Coach Mike Fronaffel from University High School and his staff. He's at the state cross-country meet. Yeah. Ed Fronaffel. Ed Fronaffel. I was looking at Mike Mosser and then. Sorry. There we go. The County Commission would like to thank the members of the Mylan Park Board. Their willingness to take on this project cannot be understated. We want to thank the WVU Athletic Department for not only their vision, but but their willingness to make sure that the county citizens' needs would be met. We want to thank Hazel McQuain Charitable Trust, who made a substantial financial investment into this project. But I must say, personally, and I want to look to Mr. Steve Farmer, he supported the vision of this project and the importance of the outside walking track for the citizens and the needs of this community. And I personally want to thank Mr. Farmer for that. Finally, I want to thank my colleagues on the County Commission who have fully supported the project. Today, the quality of life just took a leap forward in our county and surrounding communities, and we should all be proud. Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to Susan Riddle, President and CEO of GMCVB.
Good morning, everyone. Today's a day of celebration. This has been a project, as all the illustrious speakers before me have mentioned. It's a major heavy lift to get something like this to come to fruition. This facility and this cooperative nature doesn't just benefit the community through the use of the facility. It also benefits the community through the ability that we now have as the Greater Morgantown Convention and Visitors Bureau, representing Monongalia and Preston counties. We are your destination marketing organization. We take facilities like this as being part of the inventory that we work with to draw more activities and events to come to our area and ultimately benefit all of the citizens and the municipalities and the region and the state much, much further than any one facility is able to do on its own. We have staff and we have individuals that support us, whether it be our municipalities that we represent, the Mylan Park Foundation, of the County Commission, all of our partners that have worked in this, as well as WVU, which when everyone asks us, what's different about Morgantown? Well, we're blessed. We're blessed in many regards. We're blessed to have a community that works together, but we're blessed to have WVU and the benefits that they bring to our community to help us draw even more of an interest and showcase us, not just through the state, not just through the region, but through the country with facilities like this. We will be taking these facilities and we will be looking for things that we can do, whether it be Special Olympics or whether it be state track meets or whatever that may be. We look at every opportunity and aggressively pursue it to see whether or not it's a good fit for us. The balancing and the use of the facilities like this for us to be able to bring people to our communities, to stay here, frequent our hotels. You know, we have 2,600 room nights right now every day to sell in our region, and we work really hard with our hoteliers and with our facilities and with our partners to get those things done. So with that being said, I'm thrilled. We should have champagne flying all over the place. This is a really, really major lift and a great accomplishment. And we're glad. This is the largest commitment, the single largest commitment as far as the sponsorship goes that the CVB has ever made. And we will be using the leads and the information that we get from the people that use this facility to engage with everyone here, to attract them to our area, to stay, what do I always say, one more night, one more dollar. That's what we do. And those dollars come back to our community in the form of being able to do things like this and participate and support it. So with that being said, I like to keep it short. I can talk about tourism all day long. I would thank you for the opportunity to participate in something like this. And I'd like to introduce Ron Lytle, our president of our Mon County School Board. Ron?
And I'm the only thing that stands between you guys and heat, so I'm going to try to make this short. I'm cold, and I wasn't excited about the first lap, but now I am because I'm about ready to freeze to death. There's a couple things that I do want to mention, and first of all, I'd like to take an opportunity to thank God for the things He's done in His community and for this track facility, and to ask Him for His blessing on the athletes now and in the future for this facility. The second thing I want to talk about is volunteerism, and what has brought us to this point is that a long time ago there was some people that had a vision of what could happen on an old abandoned coal mine, And those people that the blood, sweat, and tears, and volunteer hours and time building originally some baseball fields, and then the Lynch family with their vision of what pro performance become. And I was part of that vision. We actually started that process as a 120 by 120 foot, one-story metal building that was going to be used for batting cages. And we started into the project, and about the third construction meeting, I was talking about the additional stuff that they were doing, and John Lynch said it best. He said, and I asked about a question about it, and he said, "This is Dave's dream." And I said, "Wow, that's something." And I never asked again. I never asked John Lynch or Dave again about what they saw. And part of what they saw was the same thing that Mike Pushkar saw, and what Mark Nesselrode saw, and Mr. Sparks back in the time, and all the people saw a vision of what this place could become. And this is just absolutely wonderful what this thing did. And the vision at that time was to serve kids, and that's still what it is today. It's to take a facility and an area, and this is eventually, I believe, going to become the center of Morgantown as Morgantown keeps going westward. The vision and the stuff and the blood, like I said, blood, sweat, and tears that those people put in. I've met some of my best friends out here, literally bent over raking or cutting grass or trimming and clearing different things. So it's an awesome facility. It's an awesome place to teach our kids one thing, and that is to give back to your community. And the people that we've talked about, the Hazel McQuain Foundation Trust, and the things they've done for this community go way beyond what you could ever imagine, and all the things that they do to continue to support our community. But just the idea of giving back, and part of this is to get health and well-being, but the fact that these kids are going to learn one thing, and what Mylan Park stands for is it's an opportunity to learn to give back to your community. The elder people that are here, and also the kids that are here, I want you to know that the one thing that this place, and I hope you learn from Mylan Park, is this is exactly what this is. This is an opportunity to give back, and it's an example of how to give back to the community that's given you so much. The excitement that the school system has for having a track, I mean, between Francis and Coach Blinko, I don't know who's more excited about today's events, but I'm gonna end with that. But it's an awesome opportunity for the kids of Mon County to learn to swim, to learn to compete in swimming. It's to stay in shape and to do so many things. It's just I'm so cold I can't hardly speak, and it usually doesn't bother me. So I know how you're feeling right now, especially on them warm benches. But I'd like to thank you for being here today. Ron Justice and his vision and all that, he's such a mover and shaker, and he gets stuff done and he brings people together. And without him, we wouldn't have this facility right now. It's an awesome thing that he's done. And thank you for everyone, and it's great that you come out today, and thank you so much, and enjoy the facility.
Well, thank you everybody for your great remarks. I hope this energized you on this cold morning, but it really is wonderful to hear all these remarks and to see all of you here. And with that, let's get up and moving. And I'd like to start with our ceremonial first lap, and that will be our official ribbon cutting for this facility. After that first lap, I'd like to welcome anyone who's interested down from the crowd to join us for a community second lap. So with that being said, how about our first lap guests come up in front of the podium and we'll get going. All right. Thank you all. So we've got a ribbon at the end of your lap, okay? So feel free to stretch it out till then, but when you're coming back around the turn, why don't we all get together and we'll all break the ribbon together. How about that? Who wants to lead it?
I know you want to come out.
All right.
You should be right around here.
I just lost the boat. It's further.
Let's do it, baby.
Where are they starting?
Better hurry up, it's going to be rain here.
track club. You ready? I'm most definitely in the Are we?
Good job. Thank you.
Whether you're mud bogging, working the fields, or just cruising, the Tire Lady has just the right tire for you. And if you want your ride to really stand out, ask about tire and wheel combinations. Get the most out of your vehicle with the perfect set of shoes from the Tire Lady at Rainbow Tire, and the Tire Lady will take care of you.
Rainbow Tire, the Tire Lady takes care of me. Rainbow Tire, the Tire Lady takes care.
At the Landing Dental Spa, our goal is to provide quality dental care at a relaxed spa-like atmosphere. Dental chairs with heat and massage, warm neck wraps, and personal TVs make your appointment as stress-free as possible. Located off the Pierpont exit, now accepting new patients of any age. Call 304-594-2200 today and visit our website at www.thelandingdentalspa.com to schedule an appointment. The Landing Dental Spa, a healthy smile with peace of mind.